Hey everyone, Rabbi Moshe Rothschild here, bringing you the summary of the news from Israel for the week ending December 3rd, Thursday, December 3rd, 2020. We did all the work for you. I scanned the news, pick all the stories that we think are most important, and we summarize them here for you every single week. The Knesset this week voted, that's our Israeli that's the parliament in Israel, voted to dissolve itself. And it looks like that we're going to head to new elections, the fourth time in the last 2 years. Unless they can reach some sort of compromise on the budget, there will be new elections. That's right. Israel is just trying to prove that they are a democracy. So we're going to go to elections 4 times. Oh, by the way, welcome for joining us. Put your name down in the comments and where you're from. I'd love to see who's out there listening to us. The Israeli War of Independence pilot, an Israeli War of Independence pilot turned 100 years old this week, and to celebrate, he took a flight in a plane around an Israeli Air Force base, a 20-minute flight. And after the flight, he called the experience, quote, incredible and absolutely epic, while grinning from ear to ear. By the way, he's originally South African. The Bahrain Minister of Industry arrived in Israel this week to ink ties with Israel and to meet Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The bilateral agreements were signed. This was the second high-level delegation from Bahrain to come to Israel in 2 weeks. Would you have ever believed that Israel is uniting and in peace with our Arab neighbors? What do you guys think? Comment below. I mean, is it a miracle or what? This week, the coronavirus czar in Israel said that we are entering another state of emergency with new infections rising, but nevertheless, they are continuing with the opening up of the economy. This week, Time magazine picked 6 Israeli inventions for its best 100 of 2020. That's right, 6%. Israel, a tiny blip in the world, merited to have 6% of the top 100 inventions in 2020 came from Israel. If you want to know what they are, go look online and you can find them. There is a proposal this week in our Israeli Knesset, our parliament, to create a memorial day for the victims of the Spanish Inquisition. If you don't know what it is, the Spanish Inquisition in the late 1400s was created by the Catholic Church to root out heresy, and the Inquisition brutally persecuted Spanish Jews who had been forcibly converted to Christianity but continued to practice Judaism in secret. In Hebrew, they were known as anusim, or forced ones. So they want to create a day that will be marked with educational activities, teach the history of Spanish crypto Jews, as well as the mass expulsion of Jews from Spain and Portugal. Saudi Arabia is letting Israel use their airspace during flights to the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain. Now, until now, they were, a case-by-case basis. Now it is becoming a permanent approval for flights, which is incredible. This week, or was last week already, an Iranian their top nuclear scientist was assassinated without anyone officially taking credit for that. Claiming this week, of course, they said that he was irreplaceable, which is likely to be true. The Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah has reportedly been hiding in deep cover after this assassination. He's concerned, of course, for his life. The Israeli Biological Institute announced that the Israeli vaccine for the coronavirus will be ready by the summer. So we have a lot of options, but the Israeli one will not be ready till the summer. It will end with this story. The Israeli Ethiopian-born Aliyah minister, Aliyah means, right, moving to Israel. The minister of Aliyah traveled to Ethiopia to bring home 500 Ethiopian Jews this week. It was an incredibly moving moment. An Ethiopian minister from Israel, Pnina Tamano Shata, right, will accompany or accompanied 500 Ethiopian Jews back to the homeland. It's incredible. Remember, Israel is the only country that brought Black people en masse out of Africa to freedom and not to slavery. So, folks, I want to wish you all wonderful Shabbat. Have a great Shabbat. As we say, Shabbat Shalom, a Sabbath of peace for those who celebrate. And of course, even those who don't, have a great, great weekend. And that's all.